So in this video, we're going to install Kubernetes latest version, that is 1.34, which is available from the August, and you can install this Kubernetes version using kind cluster. Instead of going to this physical node, you can install using kind. So you can see the first thing is that you need to upgrade your kind version to this is the latest one. Most well, this version will support this Kubernetes 1.34, and they provide some of the patches and provide some of the fix. Okay, so you can first upgrade this kind version to 0.30. Okay, so I'll show you. So I have one clusters. I can show you IP-A. The cluster IP is like this one, host IP. And if you check the kind, so the kind is placed there in USR local bin kind. Okay, and you can check the kind version also. I already upgraded to 0.30. Okay, so first, if you're not upgrade to 0.30, you can simply delete this file. First, check the path of the kind. Basically, it is placed on USR local bin. Okay, so you can delete this file rm-rf, this file itself. Okay, once you delete this file, then you can go with this download, like yeah, this command, install, how to install kind binaries. Okay, so you can copy this one. Yeah, so you can just change this version like 0.30. Okay, once you downloaded this file, then you can give the execute permission using chmod +x your kind, and then you can move this kind to your general bin directory, that is USR local bin. Okay, so then you can verify whether the kind version is like the upgrade to 0.30. Then you can go ahead for the cluster installation like Kubernetes 1.34. Okay, so now the major thing is that earlier they have used like the default version is like 1.33, but now they changed to 1.34. That is the default image. If you did not specify any of the image in the configuration file, then definitely it will pick the 1.34, that 34.0, that is the latest version. Okay, so I'll show you. So I have one file. All the configuration thing is flashed here. You can see here. I defined the cluster name, and the cluster name is C5, and I placed the host IP, that is the 43. Okay, that is the host only IP address, and you can change this API server port number like 6. The default one, that is 6443. You can change if you want. If you have multiple cluster configured on the same machine, then you can change this API server IP address. Okay, and this one is important, like in kind cluster, you already know the extra port mapping. You can expose your node port. Okay, so by default it cannot expose this node port. So when you're creating the kind cluster, so that time you reserve these ports like from 30,000 to 32,000. Okay, so I have requirement like 5 or 6 ports. I have requirement node port, so that's why I created this entries. Okay, you need to create one entry for each port. Okay, like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ports are there. Okay, so I can expose the node ports, and this is one master node and one worker node is there. And in the worker node, I mounted this path for when I create the storage class, so that time they need this host path. Okay, so that's why I created this directory. I can show you this directory also. ls-ld opt kind volume. You can see I given all the permission to this directory, and this directory is mounted. This directory is mounted in the kind volume. Okay, so let me go ahead to create this cluster. So to create this cluster, you can use this command, kind create cluster, and your configuration file name. So one thing you can notice here, I did not mention any of the, basically usually placed the image under this line. Okay, so I did not mention the image name. Okay, if you compare this file to my previous file, that is yeah, here I am picking some specific version. Okay, so that's why I mentioned this line, the like the image equal to this kind specific version. Okay, but since they updated this one, so you can if you leave it blank under the role, then definitely it will pick the latest version, that is the default one, that is 1.34.0. Okay, so we expect that version should come. So let me execute this command. We'll first clear the screen, and my file name is this one, who kind in this. Okay, so now it's creating the cluster having name C5, 2 nodes. Okay, so that's why it's coming 2, and it will automatically pick the latest version, that is 1.34. So if you want to quick test something in the Kubernetes, you can use this kind cluster. So let me check the kind git node. So now it is provisioned one cluster having one control plane, one worker node as per the configuration here. Okay. So now the node status is not ready. It will take a couple of seconds, I think. So now you can see the node status is ready, and the Kubernetes version is like 1.34. That's the latest one. So if you want to test some of the features of the latest version, so you can use this one. Okay, and you can check the pod status, all pod status. All pods are your CodeDNS pod, all the infrastructure pod, all are in running status, because you cannot perform the upgrade using the kind. Okay, so that's why you need to delete the existing cluster and recreate the new cluster using the updated image, that is 1.34.0. Okay, and in kind you can get the storage class by default. Okay, so that it is you can easily play around the storage class, act like dynamic storage. Okay, provided by the rancher. Yes, so that's about how to install this latest 1.34.